Oh man.
Hey, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for
No
joining
problem,
us, Mr.
man.
Woods.
No problem, man. How y'all doing today?
Well,
Pretty good, pretty good.
So, barely made it in here.
DC.
Hmm?
How's it out there in DC?
It's cool. It's nice and warm. Where you in Detroit?
I'm in Detroit. They're in Tampa.
All right, so it's hot here. It's hotter there.
So let me get it started. I wanted to ask you a few questions. Like we're gonna be on a little radio show, UChoice Radio on Saturday, every Saturday at 11 a.m. So I was into your old material, and I think I heard a little bit of a Bill Cosby influence.
What did he say to me?
No, just your Africa joke. Your Africa joke. I was like, ooh, that he kind of reminded me a little bit of old school Bill. So I was wondering if you had anything to do with your influence.
No, I mean, I heard something, but you know, when I first started out, we had to be clean, and then our first taste of working in black clubs, man, I was like, man, y'all can't do that. But amongst the black comedians, they was like saying that I was funny and clean like Bill Cosby and Cleavon Little. You know who Cleavon Little is?
No. Cleavon Little. I've heard the name.
Did you ever see Blazing Saddles?
Yes. Oh, the guy, the part that was supposed to be for Richard.
Yeah, they used Cleavon Little.
Yeah.
And I guess Cleavon Little. And back in the day, they also said that I was kind of like Flip Wilson, because you know, everybody, all the other black dudes talking about I'm keeping it real.
Yeah.
And Flip Wilson was keeping it surreal, like me.
Yeah.
Like if you're talking about the Africa thing, you're talking about when I stepped into the TV.
Oh no, it was.
You're not talking about that.
It was on the Comedy Central presents, and it was you went. It was just like a visit in Africa joke. Like I went to visit Africa, but it was like not the African.
Yeah, but that's what I said. I said I stepped into the television.
Yeah.
I said you wasn't paying attention, man. I said
I just called
television, so that was like, yeah, and so I said I wasn't Africa, but I was watching the Discovery Channel.
Yeah.
And I was smoking. And then I said I stepped into TV. Well, my middle son was in kindergarten. Went there to visit, and they said Antonio's father's a comedian, and they said he makes people laugh. They go, yeah, he makes us laugh. And then they said, and the lady said, you know, can you do a little something for us? I'm like, what? Because that was Def Comedy Jam she was talking about. I was like, but I did that. I tried to do that joke, man. I got shut down by a whole room full of 5-year-olds. Because they said, I said, you know, I didn't put the weed in. I said, I went to Africa, but not Africa. And they were saying something like, Sammy's from Africa? Like that. And then I said, I stepped into the TV, it was a wrap. Because this little girl says, you can't do that. They all started going, you can't do that. You can't do that. And then they looked at my son and said, Antonio, you can't get into the TV. Your father can't get into the TV. Like that.
Like, the whole point.
Little kids be quick to debunk you, boy.
Yeah.
They gated that. They was like, nah, man. And then another time when my son was he was still in kindergarten. I came to pick him and his brother. His brother was like in 2nd grade then. Came to pick him up from school. All my man kept saying was, you need to get a little baby. I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, you said, I said, you my little baby. He said, no, you need a little baby. But when you go out of town and go on television, I'm like, you my little baby. Wherever I go, you in my heart. And he was like, whatever, man. He said, you got a juice box. Because I was fastening him up in the thing. And come to find out, a couple of weeks later, you know, Willie Wood, what's his name? Willie Wood and Willie Brown and Woody.
I'm thinking of Willie Tyler and Lester.
No, not them. Willie Brown and Woody. You know Willie Brown and Woody.
Yeah.
So we was hanging out, and Willie Brown said, "Yeah, man, I met your son." You mean my son, nigga? I said, "My sons are little kids." He said, "Yeah, I do daytime shows at elementary schools." And he said he in kindergarten, right? I'm like, "Yeah, how you know?" He said, "Because the kindergarten sit Indian style in the front." He said, and I was up there doing my thing, and this little boy walked up, and he said, "Do you know my dad?" That's all he said. He said, "Do you know my dad?" He said he tried to make the puppet talk to him, but he no nonsense dude. He's still like that to this day. He wouldn't talk to the puppet. He only talked to him. And he said, who's your dad? He says, "Tony Woods." He said, "Yeah, I know Tony Woods." He said, "Turned right back around, went and sat back down Indian style." And that was it. And then so I asked him, I said, "Hey man, was it a ventriloquist at y'all school?" He said, "Nah, but we had a fireman. They had the fire truck." I'm like, "Okay, listen. A ventriloquist is a dude. it's a man with a dummy." Right? And then he said, "Yeah, he had a little baby. You should get a little baby." Basically, what he was saying is, man, you gotta step your game up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he said, but he wouldn't let me call him a dummy. He kept calling him a little baby. He said, so to this day, whenever I see Willie Brown, I'm always like, "Where the little baby at?" I was teasing about that. Because my son said, "Hey, you need to get you a little baby, man. You know, you can get it together, man." He said, basically, he was saying, "I seen what you do, and you need a little baby." You know.
That's hilarious. I had another question kind of similar. Is it hard to, I seen you performing from the Def Comedy Jam. We were just watching it. Nas was in the front row, and he up there trying to be all cool. And then I seen another thing, a whole bunch of white people. Like, do you have a universal joke, or do you like, okay?
No. I just kind of be myself and stuff. Hey, but the reason for that is we was all in my green room before the show. So when you tape the show, it's like you and maybe two other comedians, and y'all got the same green room. But you know, there's girls and stuff backstage, boom, boom, boom. And my man came in, and I don't know if it was me or somebody, but say, "Hey man, nah," you know, because everybody had food and stuff and drinking there, not liquor, but we had, you know, this is back in the day, we had like fruit and all kinds of stuff. And we said, "Nah, man, you know, like who you with? Who you know?" And he said, "I'm with the label." I'm like, "All right, well, the label not in here."
All right.
So he sat in the front row and mean mug my whole show.
Oh
man.
I was looking at Nas. He was looking too cool, boy. That boy.
Right. Because everybody's laughing crazy, and he's sitting there like this.
Yeah.
Get a little ass out of here, man.
The girl was laughing though.
Yeah, everybody was laughing. But he said, I guess he thought he was gonna mess me up. You know?
Right.
And make it so bad. I didn't even notice him afterwards, because everybody was like, "Whoa, you and Nas got beef." I'm like, "Who's Nas?" Which probably hurt his feelings more. And who's Nas? I know Nas the rapper, but I didn't know he was Nas the rapper. So to me, he was just a little dude trying to hone in on my fruit tray. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
It's my fruit.
Yeah, because he walked in, because we had sodas and we had the whole setup.
Right.
And he walked in there. You know how you walk in, you might grab a piece of fruit or something like that. You know, I'm like, "Hey man, what's up, dog?"
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, "Yeah, he said, I guess he didn't have to think he had to say his name, but he go, "Yeah, I'm with the label." Yeah, okay. Well, the label ain't in this green room, man.
So since you talk about Defcon Jam, take it back to when you actually auditioned. Did you audition for Stan Lathan? Or did you just go ahead and
Russell, that's when Russell was hand picking people. And so when he in DC at the time, Chris Thomas was the man.
Right.
So they came Well, Chris Thomas had just done a special with Whoopi Goldberg on HBO, and I'm just like a lot of other comedians. We didn't think it was gonna blow up like it was, and they said, "Nah, you gotta this other guy, Tony Woods." So that's when they got me and Teddy Carpenter. But at the time, I had been activated to the Gulf War. I was stationed down in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina at the time at the Marine Corps base. And they said, you got a phone call in the office. I'm like, okay. Went up there, and my man was on the phone. He said, hey, how you doing, man? He said, I was giving you a contact by Andrea. I'm like, okay, which was my girlfriend. I'm like, all right, how you know her? He was like, he was talking. He said, I'm producing a show. It's gonna be on HBO, and this and that. I'm like, all right, my name is Russell Simmons, blah blah. He said, you probably know my record label. He said, I have a Def America and Def Jam. I'm like, no, like that was nope, never heard of it. He says, well, you heard of my little brother. You heard of Run DMC? I'm like, yeah, I heard of Run DMC. He said, oh yeah, that's my little brother. I managed him like, and I was on the other end like, sure, nigga. But
whatever. Why you downplaying everybody?
Whatever, nigga. So because at the same, you gotta think, man.
Like at this time, it's like saying, "Oh yeah, Drake, my little brother."
Yeah, and he's the head of his. So you got your own record company. Then you about to have a TV show on HBO, but you calling me on I mean, ain't that a job for like the secretary or the assistant or something?
Exactly. Yeah.
But it was him doing the groundwork, man. It was the main man. It was Big Russell. So he said, plus he kind of talked like he's nervous. Yeah, I'm about to have a comedy show, and you came highly recommended, and we would like to have you on. Yeah. I said, all right, dog. I'm like, and you want to say something like, I'm at work, like not work like a job. I'm at work. I'm in the military. You don't call our job unless it's a serious emergency. But boom, and then I said, yeah, and I forgot when, because he had called me a few months in advance, and I took it sort of like, my man called me from Detroit and said, yeah, we want you to be on our Zoom. I was like, all right.
Appearances. How many times were you on Def Jam?
3.
3? Yeah, I can count 3 total. Yeah.
I did the first season, and then but I was on that original season with Martin, and then I did another one, and I think who was the host? Oh, Joe Torre was the host. Joe Torre was the host, and then I did the third one I did was in LA, and I think Adele was, and then me and Adele. What y'all don't know is that me and Adele had a TV show.
Look it up.
And it came down to either our show. It came down to either our show or Clueless. But they had just done the Clueless movie. Yeah, and that's how the meeting went. They said, well, the meeting was like, historically, successful movies become successful TV shows. So and they tell you that over an expensive lunch. Yeah. Well, they say, thank you. I look forward to working with you in the future. And you'd be like, kiss my ass. Yeah. Because, you'd be like, I got shit on layaway, man. But from that, because it give you a big lump sum of money at the beginning. And, they say, don't blow it. Of course they say that. But, you still thinking to yourself, oh, we about to blow up. This show about to be popping, right? Because people would come by to see us do the tapings, your audiences and all that. And the show was dope. It was dope. It was about Adele working at a college in the admin office and trying to take classes at the same time. and I was a janitor.
Mm.
And the way it was gonna unfold, that they was gonna look through credits, because as a janitor, like every time I look on the board, I take a class to get credits, just to get extra money on my job as an employee for the college. And then they look through one day. They're gonna, on one of the episodes down the line, they would do and find out that I had like a fucking master's degree or something. You know, I was only doing it to get extra money. But anyway, so they had already planned for the show to grow. And because you know, a lot of shows start out like that, and then people, their jobs and stuff change. But you know Adele Gibbons,
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
She's one of the queens of comedy.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
This stuff.
So how'd you start with this, man? Huh?
Is recorded? Was it recorded and they just got it in the archive somewhere?
No.
Okay.
They might because it was with a big ticket television and Paramount TV. So no, it never actually came on television, man.
Oh,
and I'm gonna tell you another thing. Is that my man? What's his name? Freeze. Faison.
Faison.
You know, Faison. He was on that show called Scrubs.
Right.
Yeah.
So he was also on Clueless, remember?
Yeah.
And me and him was at the Boston Comedy Club sitting in the back. And this is in New York. And he said, yeah, Tony, man. He said, I just got a third call back, man, for the show. He said, I said, good luck, man. Good luck with that. Boom. Not knowing that was his show up against my show. Oh. So I wish him good luck. And he smashed me.
Faison Love, right?
No, it was
Donald
Oh,
Faison.
okay.
Yeah.
The one you seen the show called Scrubs?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he the black doctor, but
Yeah.
then remember he was on Clueless too.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
You know he's a comedian too.
I didn't know he did. Did he stand up?
Yeah, I thought you just acted.
Yeah, well, I guess see that probably would have happened to me too. After them checks would have started.
he was in
Somebody would say, "We got a show for you."
He was
He
was in Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Little Petey.
He was a lot. I was in New Jersey Drive. Remember New Jersey Drive?
Yeah.
He's in. Yeah. He ain't got time to be staying up. Yeah, he ain't got time to be staying up late.
Big check from Waiting XL too.
Yeah, shoot, he got a lot of stuff. And I just remember that night saying, he said, man, I got third call. Congratulations, man. Good luck with that, man. Boom, gave him a pound.
You know that, man. You know, Dave Chappelle, he was influenced by you, you know what I'm saying, but going down the line a little bit more, who kind of influenced you coming up?
As a comedian, not really. I mean, I like comedy and stuff like that, but really the influence is in my family. Like I got two Uncle Jimmys on both sides. And both are funny, man. Both of them funny. Both of them funny. Like they're funny. They like the feature in the family. So them, you know, like when I was little, I used to see this dude named Jonathan Winters. He used to be on TV. I never saw him do stand-up. He used to shows, like little variety shows and stuff. But the first one that I realized was actually a stand-up telling jokes was Richard Pryor and Flip Wilson and Red Fox. I didn't get Red Fox. You know, when I was young, you know, it was too grown.
Yeah.
You know, at least, you know, Richard Pryor told stories and stuff that I didn't understand everything about the story, but the story was still entertaining. With Red Fox now, but back then, I ain't get it. It was like, you know, you need to do that, you know. But and now I see how, you know, how funny he was. But you know, when I was like a kid, and Cosby, let me see, I don't know, but I never heard Bill do stand up, but I know I did because I was a medic in the Navy and he was a medic in the Army. Time and somebody said the same thing you said. You got a joke like Bill Cosby, joke like this.
Yeah,
Like Bill's because he did his in the '60s, but it was about being a medic and how as a medic you got to wear a red cross on your helmet. And he was talking about like shit.
yeah.
Them bullets, yeah. You look like a target, don't do that. So,
Exactly.
but I had a whole joke like that. He had a joke like that, but I never heard his joke.
Similar lifestyle.
How big of a competition from DC at that time? That Ted Compton. A lot of DC comedians that made their way around the.
Well, okay. When I started, like, me and Pierre, Pierre Edwards.
Yeah.
Me and Pierre Martin Lawrence was like the new guys, and this other guy named Warren Hudson. We were like the new guys, but we were coming up fast and stuff. There was other guys ahead of us, and then because I think Dave's signed like 2 years, but he was like one of the younger guys, wasn't really paying attention. And even though Teddy's my age, Teddy was like started with Dave years later. Because in comedy, man, 6 months make a difference. Then I went away to the what happened? Yeah, I got by accident on BET. Me and Chris Thomas was on a show on BET, and it was one of those nights, open mic night, and I went to the comedy club. And before I went, my wife was like, "Why are you going? They not paying." Because after a while, you just want to be there. You just got to be around the there. And I went on stage, and there was a guy came up, same thing like Russell Simmons. He said, "Yeah, man, I'm a producer. I produce a show for Black television." And at that time, there was no cable. And I'm like, I never heard this before. So he got my number and everything. He called me, and my ex-wife called me up, and she said, "T wants you on there." I'm like, I said, "Yeah." Some joker called me talked to me last night about BT. And she said, "That's a real thing." I'm like, "Get out of here for real." That's how changed. It was on TV, and everybody in my family was calling up my mom and stuff, saying that they see me on television. Because back then there was no cable in the whole DC area. We had something called Super TV, but everybody in the whole country knew who I was. And we went to Atlanta went to Atlanta to do reserve duty, and then we went to when Dominic Wilkins had a club down there, and we went there, and I just walked up to see on calls because it was a long line. We were gonna stand in that line. I walked up to the doorman and said, "Hey man, what's up, man?" I'm like, he must think I'm somebody else. He said, "How many got with you, Tony Woods?" I'm like, "What?" And as we was walking up, people was talking to me. People was like, "Yo, man, what's up? Hey, man, what's up?" Girls was like, "Hey." I was like, I thought they just liked my outfit. I really did, man. I really did. Because it was not in my mind that I was on television. I was on television 5 days a week, son, and did not know it. And then until I got out of the DC area, especially in Atlanta. Man, then the security dude did like this was his walkie-talkie. He said, "I got Tony party at 6, going up to the VIP. Like drink, brother." I'm like, and this shit. Okay. Finish some of the club dances up there. And we went up there. We had like a glass VIP. We could look down on the dance floor. And they had ball play. I had my little section. Everybody like, "What's up, man? What's up, man?" I'm like, oh man. So that was my first taste of a little bit of fame. That was crazy. But it always hit me in the back. I'm always the last dude to know.
Right.
Yeah.
you mentoring Dave Chappelle. How was it when you first actually seen him do stand up?
I think what was he, like 14 or something? Yeah, he's like 14. But man, look, back then, you know, everybody doing their thing. That you know, and like brought with you sit over in the back with his wife and his mom sit back then. They got to know each other and stuff. And sometimes his mom used to say, "Hey, I gotta go to work tomorrow. Can you take Dave home?" Like, yes, ma'am. You know,
Yes.
Cause you know how it is. You come in, man. You know, after the show, you talking to girls and stuff. You up there, and Dave's mom used to walk up and go, "Hey, Tony, how's Regina and the baby?" They good.
Yeah.
So that's good. Keep you out of trouble and shit.
Right.
Yeah, and it's funny. I remember the first time I took him home. We went this way, went that way, went this way, went that way, and then we got to where I'm like, dude, what's wrong with you, man? I said we could have been here. He took me the bus route because he's like, I ain't never drove before, man. I always catch the bus.
Hell no.
Like, all right, man.
Goofy.
Yeah.
You know, people driving the car, man. Definitely conversations, man. They peak, man. So how some of the conversations with you and Dave went inside the car, like outside of a comedy perspective?
I mean, we've been hanging out for years now, but I don't remember back in the because it was he had his own. You know, remember Dave Edwards, the guy got kicked out of the house?
Yeah.
Real World.
Yeah, he tried to. Yeah, he did.
So him and Dave and another guy named Masavia they used to be the little three jokers who hung together all the time. You know how it is in comedy. Everybody got their own little clique or whatever.
Right.
But I used to, because Dave lived right around my way, so I used to take Dave home, you know, and he usually rode with his mom and stuff. And now all the comedians claim that they took home. No, they didn't, Mom. And it was cool because it was like having a little brother. So you know, just because I always be like, hey man, don't tell nobody about this. All right.
Right.
I ain't gonna say that. Yeah.
So I looked up and I saw that there's a Uptown Comedy Club documentary in the works.
It is?
Yeah, I believe it's the Uptown Comedy Club documentary. Were you involved with Uptown Comedy Club?
Yeah, the first I did when I came back from Gulf War. I went to New York, and there's a guy down here in DC who booked me. He said, "Yeah, man, you're gonna go up there and do the Uptown Comedy Club." And I went up there, and it was I guess my first taste of crazy black New York comedy, because it was. But the good thing is, it was sweltering hot in there, and I wasn't sweating. Everybody was sweating, because I just got back, and over there, you know, like the gunny side, I don't want to see nobody sweating. And you just didn't sweat. I don't know how they did that. But, you know, it's just sweat. So because I used to have a you know, you got your full pack on, you got a helmet, everything, and you don't be sweating. I don't know. And when I got back, everybody's in there like, ooh, wasn't no air conditioning, nothing. And I was cool as a cucumber, and I went in and ripped it up. That's when I met like Artie Fuqua, Will Sylvans, Tracy Morgan, Maceo, Jim Brewer, all of the guys who you seen when they had their TV show.
Flex.
The guy called himself .com, Flex, all of them. Yeah. Well, and that's another thing. Because I was like, yo, man, you're supposed to get paid. They said, no, nobody get paid. I'm like, such and such told me I was getting paid. And then, so we got to talk to one of the Brown brothers. I'm like, yeah, go get these Brown brothers. that's what I was saying. And then you see the sign. Not only did the Brown brothers have a comedy club, guess you know what they did during the day, right?
So they had a rib shack?
No, it was a karate school, nigga. It's a karate school.
Karate.
And have you? Okay, you know the guy who plays .com on 30 Rock.
Right.
Yeah.
That's him.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, son. So he what? He's 6'8", and ain't he no karate? Come on, man. And I was like, yeah. They had said I was supposed to get some money, but you know, you know what I'm saying? Because like, yo, because you know, I was like, somebody gonna pay me up in this junk. And then they said, well, then they say, well, you can wait in the office. I'm like, who office? That's the, you're like, this a karate school? Yeah, it's a karate school. So you coming in beef, but you walk in and you see all these pieces of shit beating people up. Then you like, you still thinking that karate shit don't mean. And then he walk in, you like, mother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he a big boy, you know, and when he walk into his office, he fill up the doorway like this. That's how he come in, like that. Like that's it. But he was cool. He's like, I don't know how it was misunderstood that you were supposed to get paid. He says, none of our acts get paid. I'm like, well, you know, my bad. You know, somebody probably messed up. You know what I'm saying?
It didn't go.
But yeah, because I was ready to grab somebody, like, nigga. I was like, man, somebody gonna pay me. That was funny. And I don't know if y'all know who Tina Graham is. Tina Graham was there. Because anyway, but when you look back on it, you can see how everybody was like, "Oh, you mad?" Like that. Like ain't nobody say, "Ooh." Everybody go, "Yeah, man, I know what you mean." Yeah, they was gassing me a little bit, like gas me, like, "Yeah, get your money, son."
Sending you to Debo.
Yeah, and they say, wait in the office. Yeah, what's the office? Yeah, oh well, this the school that they have during the day, and this comedy club, like,
yeah,
same people. Yeah, same people.
Nigga, I pay you some bodyguards.
Yeah. Yeah, but when you first walk in, nigga, and it be them trophies that stand like 3 and 4 feet high. It don't be them little like, look what I got.
Little participation trophies.
Yeah. Hey, oh man.
Like, who trophy these is?
Yeah, but they was cool. They was like, yeah, man, I heard you just got back from the Gulf War, man. I was like, yeah, I just got back. I was killing niggas. I didn't tell him that. But but now we're all, and then, you know, that's when they had it it was an African American museum on 125th Street. Then they got their own venue over there down the street from where the Cotton Club was. The real Cotton Club, the one from the movies.
Yeah.
Which is the building is still there.
Wow.
The actual Cotton Club, not UK.
No, that's like classic.
Y'all do know,
like
you do know what the Cotton Club is.
Oh,
right?
yeah, we know the Cotton Club. Yeah.
No, it was like,
well, but down there where they was now is like a open air market. The building that they had, the big warehouse building that they had for the comedy club, it's a big open air market now. You know, it's all gingered up now, son. Yeah. Harlem just like DC. Is Detroit like that too? All gentrified up?
Some spots still, you know, still hood.
I was just there. When was I just there? But I was in Detroit, but I wasn't in Detroit. I was in
Southfield, maybe.
No, it's man, I can't remember what it was. No, it's a whole nother city. It's a suburb. And I was out there, I was opening up for Louis C.K.
Oh, okay.
What? Born to be right?
Yeah, they're born to be right. Yep.
It's not. Yeah, it's a really white area.
Yeah.
So you tour still a lot. Do you do still a lot of traveling and shows And do you feel like it's a disconnect with our age? Like you ain't think we knew what the Cotton Club was?
Well, you know, maybe I'm not a big Gregory Hines fan.
But you're right. Some people don't know. Like we like 32. He my older cousin. Like Beast is my older cousin. So like he forced that type of stuff. So
all right.
Yeah.
I know. Jennifer Lewis was a big Gregory Hines fan. I read her book and they had something going on.
Who?
Jennifer Lewis.
Who's that?
She's from.
I know the name.
The Anthony Anderson mom on Blackish.
Oh,
Black mother.
Yeah. We was just talking about her today.
And we know who she is. People don't know her name.
Yeah, my mom, I didn't know her name, but my mom said that she called Aretha Franklin a bitch. But not bad, not in a bad way, probably. You know, that's just her character.
Oh yeah,
Aretha Franklin though.
Yeah, but you know, she's like probably giving this bitch something like that. But
I think I remember at the memorial, he was saying bitch look good or something like that.
Oh yeah. It was something like it was a good way that only she could get away with, you know.
Exactly. So we about to wrap it up.
I thought we just started.
I mean, we always.
Man, you could be a member. We here every Friday.
Oh. I'm talking about, man. Yeah. What else I got?
I mean, just check with everybody else.
Got that. Hold on.
I got
his book.
No, it's an iron on. An iron on. Like, you know.
Okay.
Colin Campbell.
Yeah. Okay.
But I was gonna tell you, I got we Facebook friends and that, but I just ride my bike. I call it the Lonely Ass Bike Club. But I also have a podcast. But it's inside of the Eaton Hotel, and to hold the whole hotel, they got like a little radio station. But so that's shut down until further notice. The next show that I know about having is August 29th.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But all y'all do stand up too?
Nah.
None of y'all?
Thought about it, but
I kind of honestly, I would like to. I know Phil Beats. I know he really want to, but I think we just probably don't know where to start. And I wanted to ask about when you do your stand up, do you have like a recipe and a secret ingredient, like how you put it together? Did you?
No, hold up, man. Somebody just called me and shut us down.
Oh man. Oh,
I mean, the phone started ringing on my iPad and my phone.
Oh, okay.
And so, what was you saying? You said call Mike Bonner.
Oh, I was asking.
Mike Bonner is right there. Oh, my bad.
Oh, I was asking, do you have like a recipe for your stand-up comedy? Like when you writing your script.
If I did, I'd be eating it right now.
Like, yeah.
What is some of the things you're working on right now?
Blue Diamond almonds. Look, I'm working on this.
Looking up this stuff.
You can't stop eating them, man.
You got me want to buy some shit.
But
This episode brought to you by Blue Diamond.
I'm working on the I was working on the podcast, but now I met somebody last night, so we're gonna hook me up with the GoPro on my helmet while I ride my bike and just talk. But the name of the podcast is also called A Lonely Ass Bike. But I bring people in, we talk about yang, whatever.
That's dope.
Oh, that was him. That was a guy. That was a podcast guy calling me out.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of, awesome.
What other questions did you have, man? What other burning questions?
Just sharing your social media outlets, platforms. We're about to wrap it up. love to have you back again.
Well, anytime, man. But you know what I mean. Yeah. Like when you be on a TV show or radio station and say, "Come back anytime." Stop lying. Come back anytime.
You a starter.
When y'all call me back, I'll be ready.
We appreciate.
Who I know in Tampa? Who's in Tampa?
Ain't nothing but them white wrestlers. We got Hulk Hogan, Tony Dungy.
No. Oh. No, I'm saying you in Tampa.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a guy down there named LC. LC, he's a comedian. He put you on, man.
Okay. I'll definitely look at
my mother playing that's my mother playing gospel in the back. She don't care nothing about this interview. So all right. Well, hey man, thank y'all. And I guess I don't know how you get to my social media, man. Just Tony Woods on Facebook, Mr. Tony Woods on Twitter and all that other stuff.
Begging it.
Ma, could you turn it down a little bit?
Classic. That's classic.
I'd like to thank you again, Tony Woods, and Tony Woods' mom for the gospel.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up, man. Trying to keep you on track on Friday. All right. Okay, man. Thank y'all so much.
Yes, sir.
All right, bet. What do I do now?
Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest internet radio station on the planet.
Even the other radio stations are tuning in.
Your choice, your music. UChoiceRadio.com.